The Savannah Police have been catching up with previous year's criminal cases because 3 people are now in custody in connection to a 2022 double shooting that killed 1 man. Now, on the afternoon of November the 22nd, 2022, the Savannah Police Department responded to the 500 block of Wynwood Place, where they found Mykel Price, who age was 31, and Xavier Johnson, 27, that was injured. Now, Price died as a result of the shooting, and Johnson received life-threatening injuries. According to the Savannah Police Department, a few weeks later, on December the 13th, U.S. Marshals located the first suspect, 27-year-old Malik Grant, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He was charged with party to a crime, murder, and party to a crime of aggravated assault. Now, on January the 10th, Marquis Grant, who age was 21, was located by U.S. Marshals and Georgia State Patrol in Pooler and was charged with party to a crime of murder and party to a crime of aggravated assault. And the third person, Mikell Sanders, who ages 22, was arrested and charged with murder and aggravated assault on Monday in Savannah, and he was apprehended by the U.S. Marshals. Now, any other updates to this case, I'll let y'all know, but it seems like they got Marquis Grant as the alleged trigger man in this homicide. From what the police is piecing together is that the other 2 men were there to facilitate the murder or help him escape by means of a getaway. But any other updates about this, I'll let y'all know as well. And speaking of previous homicides, a suspect has been charged for a deadly shooting in July 2022 on Skataway Road. Now, according to the Chatham County Police Department, 31-year-old Quinten Jenkins is charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and theft by taking motor vehicle. Now, Jenkins is accused of shooting and killing a 25-year-old Malik Green. Jenkins was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals on February the 1st, and he remains in the Chatham County Jail until further notice. Now, speaking of Chatham County, the government, the Chatham County jury has acquitted a Savannah Man on murder charges. During a trial last week, the jury found Kelvin Waye found not guilty on the felony charges against him, including malice and felony murder. He was released on Friday from the Chatham County Jail after the verdict, according to court filings. The case goes back to May of 2020 when Waye was arrested during a SWAT standoff in Port Wentworth neighborhood. He was accused in the shooting death of 20-year-old Roderick Matthews, who was killed on April the 7th of 2020. Now, about his homicide, this happened around 7:30 p.m. on April the 7th. Officers responded to Emerald Drive after receiving a ShotSpotter notification alert. Once officers arrived on the scene, they located Roderick Matthews, who ages 20, with a gunshot wound. Medical personnel responded to the scene and rendered aid, but he succumbed to his injuries. So he beat the murder case from what I was told, but they didn't pinpoint anyone else as the suspected shooter. They just didn't have enough evidence to prove that he caused the death of Mr. Matthews. And in my last piece of news, the Chatham County Police Department is investigating a shooting after 1 person was killed and another one was seriously injured. According to the police department, officers responded to the 100 block of Shad Road around 8 a.m. That's Bloomingdale. They found 1 adult male dead at the scene and another adult male suffering from serious gunshot wounds. The injured victim was transported to the hospital for treatment. Now, detectives believe that this incident may have been a home invasion incident at the residence. The suspected intruder died at the scene while the resident is expected to recover from his injuries. Now, this incident happened in Bloomingdale, and Bloomingdale isn't a place many people travel to if you live in Chatham County. It's less than about like 3,000 people live in Bloomingdale. That's what the census says. So it's not a lot of people that stays in Bloomingdale. I can probably count how many times on both hands I've traveled to Bloomingdale on purpose to see somebody. But it's one of those places that if you don't know anyone out there, you wouldn't be out there. You know, it's really lets me know that this person was invaded by the suspect, possibly knew the would-be invader. So, I mean, that's it. Seems like it's justified. That won't count as a homicide, even though he died by a gunshot. It doesn't count as a homicide because he worked within the legality of the law. So far it hasn't been no homicides as of yet, as of February the 9th. But that's all the news for today. Oh yes, and I actually have a Rumble account. I just got it set up, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you're fine. But if you don't have YouTube, because I post this on YouTube, Facebook, but if you're watching this on Facebook, I do have a Rumble account. I have it set up, so I'm just trying to get everything set up on that channel, and everything that will be on my YouTube will be on Rumble as well. So click the link in the description box below to see the Rumble account getting it started. So I definitely would like y'all to subscribe. Take care of yourself, Seaport.